didn't get along, or what's the status with that?
Absolutely not. That was a sick and twisted rumor that got started. I don't know how that ended up, running so rampant throughout the internet, but we are absolutely having a reunion show. And it will be a traditional format, so you guys will have a chance to have all the cast on the stage. Absolutely having a Love and Hip Hop reunion show. Please spread that word, by the way, because I do get that a lot on my Twitter feed. Okay.
Okay, next is Latin here.
Hey, Latin, how are you?
I got good
The question everybody always says, is the show real? Is it scripted? A lot of the scenes look like they're kind of set up to be extra dramatic. What is it? What's the real?
Well, the real is that these guys' lives are extra dramatic. I wish, I could take credit for what's going on there, but you'll have a chance to talk to the cast directly and ask them these questions. We may set up where it happens, but everything that's said, everything that's done is completely theirs. And, the show is not scripted. We have about 40-something people on set working at any given point in time. It's absolutely not something we'd ever be able to keep secret. So no, the show is not scripted.
Right here.
Trey from Movement Magazine.
Hey, Trey.
How do you feel about negative attention on the show and what it says about you as the executive producer?
Right. Well, listen, these are these people's lives, and I think that there might be some people out there who don't want to see this stuff see the light of day. They don't want these stories told. I try to be as objective as I possibly can be. These are their stories, their experiences. I certainly don't feel like I'm in a position to judge them, and I feel like these stories are worthy of being told. And I think that the viewership speaks for itself, and 4 million people can't be wrong. They want to hear these stories.
With the hat on backwards. Say your name and your media outlet first.
Do you have a microphone? Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hi, I'm Mikkel McClendon. I'm from The Scorpion Show on YouTube. I know recently you did an interview where you talked about the viewership of the show, and I think it was brought up about the negative backlash, for the show. My question to you is, what is the overall outcome that you want fans to actually get from this show? Because I know you said that the lives of the cast members are interesting, which they are. But I just want to know from you as a producer, what is it that you want us as the fans and the viewers to get from this particular show?
I think it's just about showing different people's lives and their stories. At its best, I think it's a cautionary tale. You have an opportunity. There are so many different stories out there, and so many people who have no idea what life is like behind that velvet robe. And what we try to do is pull that back and give you a sense. If there are young women sitting across the country waiting for that rapper to roll through their town, I think they have an opportunity to see that these are real people living real lives. All that glitters isn't gold. And so at its best, it's a cautionary tale. But these are just stories. They're these people's lives. So, I don't really judge them, or I get asked the question all the time, don't you want to do something positive? Well, if you watch the whole show and you see the season, you see the growth that these women experience. Some of them seeing themselves objectively for the first time and implementing changes in their lives for the better. To me, that is positive. So I really think, people take from these shows what they want to take from these shows. Is there entertainment in it? Absolutely. But I think that at the core, these are real stories about real lives being lived by real people.
Okay, next is Ray Holiday from Stuff Black People Like, and then Shamika Sanders from Urban Daily.
Hey Mona, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
With the success of the first Love and Hip Hop, were you at all surprised by the reaction that you got? Because I know normally you do the press conference like this in the beginning of the season. So what's the reason for doing it right now in the middle of the season?
Right. Well, actually, because it was Shantae's idea. But no. The response has been overwhelming. I think, it's safe to say that we dominate social media on Mondays. So people seem really vested in the stories. They seem vested in these lives. And we wanted to give, you, the press, an opportunity to talk to them one-on-one and maybe get some questions answered that you could then spread to the world. People want to know what's happening with these guys. It's pretty apparent just by the attention that the show is getting.
And that was going to be my answer too.
Okay. Let's take your question. There was somebody else?
Yes, Shamika. I'm coming, sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay, here she goes. Where's she at? I'm right here.
While we're waiting, I just want to say thank you to VH1. We've got some of our executives in the house. You guys can thank them for all the ratchetry. Shelly, Brad, Danielle, Vivian. And of course, we've got got Ciroc and Barton Rum Moscato. You guys hopefully are enjoying your drinks. I thank them for their support. They've been avid supportors of the franchise.
This is Shamika Sanders from Urban Daily.
Hi, Shamika.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Now my question is about cast selection. And speaking of ratchetness, where did you find Jocelyn and the rest of the cast?
Well, actually, they found me a little bit in a way. I'll tell you the truth. You know, we meet with so many people when we go into the cities just trying to find the most compelling stories. Because that's what it's about at the end of the day. I know a lot of people want to see bigger names. I hear that all the time, like, what about so-and-so? They live in Atlanta. It's not necessarily about the big names because those people have brands they're trying to protect and they don't necessarily want to be as open about their lives. What makes these shows work, and especially this one, is having a cast that wants to tell their story, that does so willingly and freely and openly. And I think in sitting with the cast that we selected, we just found incredible stories that they wanted to tell, and that was really the determining factor. Anyone else? I see Stephen Springman, my partner in the house. You guys might recognize him from the reunion show. Give a big round of applause. Any questions for Stephen? All right, any other questions?
Your name and your
Yes,
media
I'm
outlet
Felix
right here.
from PrettyGoodandPerez.com, and I have a question. New York was successful, Atlanta successful. I'm hearing rumors about Miami. I'm from Miami, so will there be a cast of the Miami girls?
I'm hearing those rumors too, so I'm learning about it just as you are. We had gone to Miami and spoken to some people, but that was before we decided on Atlanta. Right now, we haven't looked at any cities just yet, any other cities just yet.
Okay, so no cast members have been selected or pre-screened as a...
No cast members selected, no, but I have been seeing that people have signed contracts, they're shooting already. It's all very entertaining.
The next question is over here. Is Fabiola from JustTheFab.com.
Fabiola!
So people have become fascinated with you and your brand. What's next for Mona Scott?
Mona Scott Young? Husband is pop. This is love and hip hop, right? There are so many things that, you know, I want to do, but this has been an amazing opportunity. My first real earnest foray into television, so I'm very excited about that. But absolutely, there are other ideas that I'm developing, and I'm, you know, doing a lot with my partners at NFG TV, and of course, VH1 has been an incredible partner. So we certainly are looking to do lots more things together. But thank you for asking.
Question right here. Say your name and your media outlet.
Hi, I'm Courtney Brown from The Source Magazine.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, we commend you for taking the chance to do what you're doing, Mona Scott Young.
Thank you.
Got it right. I wanted to know, have you come across any barriers that you had to filter, any situations that you were censored and not allowed to show?
In terms of the show?
Yes.
Not really, because we're really trying to tell these stories as they're happening in the voice of the people that they're happening to, which is our cast. Of course, we had some instances where we don't want to maybe promote as avidly some of the violent stuff, so we pared some of that stuff back. But for the most part, everything that you see is what's happening on the show. We really don't, you know, censor the cast in terms of what they say or do, and we don't have that censorship as producers either.
Okay, last question. Anybody?
Last question?
I have a
Let's
last
make it
question.
good.
I have a last question. I'm gonna make it good. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kevin from The Scorpion Show on YouTube. There's been a lot of drama with K.Michelle and Memphis all over the blogs and all over the radio shows. And there's a rumor going around that Memphis is going to be on the reunion show. Is that true?
I saw, that was another one of the things that I saw on the blog as well. I can answer that truthfully, or I can leave you guys in suspense. I'd say, why don't you tune into the reunion show?
And then Rick.
Man, World Star Hip Hop.
I'm putting it right on her.
For you, Stevie, how do you feel like being portrayed in media as this bad guy? Do you feel like it's messed up your image in the industry, or has it degraded your character at all?
Well, I feel that, you know, it hasn't degraded me any. You know, I don't really listen to what people have to say. I've always been that type of person. I've been this way since I was born, and I'm gonna die this way, you know. And I'm gonna be me, you know. I'm just gonna be the charismatic, loving gentleman that I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Loving hip hop ATL. Period.
Can y'all stop arguing?
Rick Casey from EUR Web.
Well, Jocelyn, yes, this question is for you. First of all, you look beautiful this evening.
Thank you.
Why would you let somebody play you out like that is what I want to know.
I didn't even know you
Why? apologies if this sounds rude, but why would you let a gentleman play you out like that?
Well, Stevie J never played me. He actually gave me a career, so I don't know what the hell you talking about. Anyway, next question. I love you though, baby. I'm not mad at you. I understand. But you gotta understand me too. I'm an international superstar, baby.
Thank you. Jocelyn Landers, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Can you smell what the rock is cooking, baby?
Right here.
What's up, how y'all doing? My question is also for Jocelyn. I know a lot of times with editing and things of that nature, you normally see everything as we see it. So I kind of would like to ask you one question. Well, not really a question, but how do you feel about the young girls who watch the show and the negativity that they might take out of it? Like, what do you really feel about that, just in general?
Well, you know, I've been through a lot of things in my life. I raised myself since I was 12 years old, and I was out in the streets at a young age, and I took care of myself. I started stripping at a real young age, 16 years old, because my mother never taught me any better. So, you know, I say to the young girls, stay positive, stay in school, and, you know, if you need help, I'm here for you. Jocelyn, I help everybody out. I always been a helpful hand for anybody, especially the young girls, because I didn't have anybody to help me out. So, you know, I just say stay positive, stay in school, you know, follow your dreams and do what you gotta do.
Okay, right here with the shirt on. With the short hair.
Yes, my name is Trey from Movie Magazine. My question is for Stevie J. How would you feel if he was treating your daughter the way that you've been treating these young ladies?
Well, you know, my daughter's my daughter. I'm who I am. You know, I'm at the gun range often. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever happens, gonna happen. I got sons though, so they can handle the girls. But if I need to get into perspective, I just keep guns around me at all times.
Next is Fabiola from JustBeat.com. Right here. I have a question for Stevie J.
Hey.
No, back up, 2 steps back.
You trying to grab the microphone?
Stevie J, so I think the public is kind of confused as to who you really want. Do you want Mimi or do you want Jocelyn? You see the episode, you're with Amy, you're in counseling, and you're sitting next to Jocelyn, you're watching the episodes. Who do you really want?
Who do I want?
Your question. Just keep it real.
You know.
I think Jocelyn wants to know too.
I actually have what I want. That's my career instinct.
All right, thank you. Next question.
You never answered though.
You know, I'm what, pimping the game?
No, I said Jocelyn's pimping the game. Who do you want?
Jocelyn's pimping the game?
Exactly.
Just like I showed her how. You know, I can show you the same thing, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just follow my lead. You follow my lead. And then, you know, we're going to take the next question.
Shamika and then Miss Drama back here. Right here. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you all. Shamika from Hello Beautiful
Hi, Shamika.
and theurbandating.com. Jocelyn, I have a question for you. As a woman, how did you feel watching Mimi's tears?
I love Mimi. That's the baby mom. I'm going to be around forever, and she's also going to be around forever. So we either going to have to deal with it, or I'm not going to cry anymore. I suggest she stops crying.
This is a wonderful night tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is a beautiful night.
Hi, this is Miss Drama from Miss Drama TV. First of all, you guys are very extremely entertaining. I love all of y'all. I crack up every time I watch the show. My question is for K.Michelle. You know, I feel like everybody's just talking about K.Michelle. Here's my question. Obviously, we've been seeing you on the blogs a lot in regards to your conversation, your past issues with Memphis. Talk about that if you can a little bit, and kind of what you want people to get from your experience, if anything at all.
I just got on the show basically to tell my story. Like I have been telling it. It wasn't something that I just started to tell when the show came on. It's just they just started giving a fuck. I've been saying help me for a long ass time. And didn't nobody care what I've been through. So now it's like, wow, she doing this for the show. I tried to do it the right way. I didn't say any names, and even when people rebutted and did things to me, I still tried to keep it pimping. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: if you want in that room, you need to shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing: if I don't come at you, then you don't come for me, because my story is my story. So I don't care if that's your husband or not, because at the end of the day, you look dick drunk. That's what you look, dick drunk. You need to be quiet, because I never came for you. I let you be a woman. I let you do what you needed to do as a woman. I'm happy about your hair, your books. We all need to stick together as women. But what you won't do, you can be ride or die for your man, but don't be riding for a cause that you don't know shit about.
The Navy era right here.
Hi, I'm from VH1. My question is for Scrappy. What do you say to... What do you say to people who watch the show and feel that you are a mama's boy and that your mother is too overbearing and too much in your relationship and business?
You know what I tell them, man? I just tell them, man, listen, man, let me live my life, man. You feel me? That's why you watching, you dig, and I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? Mama D getting a check, you dig? That's all we got around this bitch.
So are you a mama's boy? Do you think you're a mama's boy?
If getting a check with my mama make me a mama boy, I'm a mama's boy to the fullest. You feel me? She birthed me out her, you feel me? And I owe it to her, you dig? Ain't no way I can pay her back, but she gonna understand that check, you feel me? So face it. Turn up.
You guys have any questions? Do you have a question? Do you have a question? You didn't ask one. No, that's fine.
Everybody got quiet when I said Mama D got that check. You feel me? Wasn't nothing to say, bro.
Name and outlet. Yeah, look, Scorpion.
I know my name.
We're waiting on you. What is your question?
I'm next. I'm sorry. What's up, Stevie J? I have a question for you. Why do you play around with artists like Carly Red and Jocelyn when you could be working with an artist to your left, K.Michelle?
Well, hold on. Simmer down, ladies and gentlemen. Simmer down. You know, well, actually, if I may, when I met Jocelyn, you know, I saw her in a whole different light, you know, and I created something because I saw that she could dance and she could sing. I believe that she's a great artist and she's going to be an international superstar. Now, cut two, I'm not playing with Carly Red, you know what I'm saying? I haven't worked with Carly Red, you know what I'm saying? But K.Michelle, I would love to get in the studio with Carly, but with K.Michelle as well. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I do what I do. I play 13 instruments, I write and I sing, and I do the best that I can to pull the best out of each artist. So, you know, if you're talking Mariah, you're talking K.Michelle, if you're talking Jocelyn, you're just talking all excellence to me because everybody got their own excellence, man. You know what I'm saying?
But what's Stevie? Do you really think Jocelyn can win a Grammy? Do you really think that? You really think she can win a Grammy?
I'm not into thinking, you know what I'm saying? I know what I do. She gonna win an Oscar, you know what I'm saying? What's your name again?
My name is Kevin from the Scorpion Show.
Kevin from the Scorpion Show. I'm a Scorpio too, as well as her. I'm November 2nd and
I'm November 20th, and we all keep it real. But Jocelyn, Jocelyn, really, why should we take you seriously?
I am an international artist. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Keep holding that camera up and keep asking questions about Jocelyn. That's what you do. Next. All right.
I'm gonna let her live.
My name is Courtney Brown. I am from the Source magazine, and my question is for Jocelyn. Now, first I want to say, Jocelyn, it's many people that hate on you. You have these many fans. Is the camera so? They always give you props, straight up. I want to know, after the first episode, did you expect to be so hated, or did you plan on playing that role specifically?
Well, my role is my role. I've been like this all my life. I'm just as real as get. And I don't give a fuck about what nobody thinks about me. I stripped for a long time. I know how to sing, I know how to rap, I know how to dance. If you don't like it, kiss my ass, I really don't care. And for my girls in the hood, shout out to my hood girls, because I'm from the hood. Straight out of the hood. Straight up. That's why I don't play no games face, and I would say, "Man, bitch." Cause guess what? I ain't never scared.
And on that same question, it's like, she's came from a long way. You know what I'm saying? She got her own trials and tribulations. Everybody does. Everybody has their own personal Vietnam. Man. So you don't laugh somebody, hate on somebody, that's just weak. If you're a weak motherfucker, you just a lame. You sorry, you know what I'm saying? Next question.
That is true. It's for Scrappy. I have a question. When you were talking to Erica, your baby moms, you said that, you know, the truth will be revealed, and you kind of asked her to, you know, to slim up on the child support. What were you getting at when you said, you know, the truth will be revealed in that? Like, why did you ask her at that moment? Like, what was that conversation about?
Basically, I mean, that's the DM, that's baby mom, that's my homie, I love Shawty, like, so me and her done had conversations, you feel me? And my friend, you feel me? Like, we done had conversations, you know, cause we good. She know I pay child support, she know I be there, I look out for everybody, you know, whole families. Yeah, man, you feel me? So, I mean, I was just asking, you feel me? Like, what's happening? What we doing? We gonna make that happen for me, like I make it happen for you, and you know, you see what happens.
And what's the status of your relationship? Like, are you still with Shay, or?
I mean, you know, you gotta see the TV show. Man, I'm just They just like that what happened there, you know, the first movie, you feel me? You did? So place her. You did?
She gonna curse me out. Next question is Cynthia Horner from Hip Hop Weekly.
Hi. I want each person to answer. Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll start with Jocelyn.
What was that again?
What is it that you've gotten out of the show the most, having been on it now for several episodes?
I got a lot of things from the show. I got to know myself. I got to know this one right here, Stevie J, even though I already knew him. He's a mess. But I respect him. I love him. He gave me my dream. And I'm going to always...
I wish my cousin was here.
That
was Nietzsche was here.
I'm happy. As long as I make beautiful music and I'm an international superstar. Anything else? I don't care. I love the show. I do second season, third season, fourth season. Mama, how long do you want me to do this show for?
I just had to see.
Well, what I got out of it is how to, you know what I'm saying, deal with the emotions of being in the emotions of Jocelyn. It's like, you know, I've been doing some things that I should be doing a little different. But you know, now I tapped into it and, you know, I'm going to do everything a lot differently. You know, I've learned how to adjust to women's emotions when I never did that. I really never cared. You know what I'm saying? Now, I care, man.
I think I've just learned a lot about myself. You know, it's easy for you to judge other people and think other things about people, but then you start looking at yourself. I think in the beginning, I did, you know, judge people and you know, you look at yourself, you be like, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really pay attention to your flaws and deal with yourself. So I took that, I'm learning, you know, from episodes. We saw some stuff today. I was, look at me. You know, what the hell was I thinking what I did there? But more than anything, I've been singing my little heart out for 3 years. And like I said, y'all didn't give a shit. Now y'all act like I'm a brand new artist. Y'all buying stuff on iTunes. Y'all singing every song to the mixtape. And a lot of women, you know, are you know, just reached out to me. Laura London reached out to me, and it was so amazing for me because I love her. I think she's beautiful, and she just reached out to me after blue and said, your music has really helped me through my life. And that's what I want to do. So that's what I got to show. Thank you, guys.
I told Stevie, I'm buying that girl's song. Didn't I say that? How does it go? I don't know the song.
Can you sing us a chorus, please? Come on.
I think Stevie J done fucking helped her out. I said Stevie J helped her out because she was going off.
Please someone tell me I'm dreaming. Eyes open wide in the dead of the night. I found something I could believe in. Oh, after a while, you let me down. Now that you're gone,
Hey, she gonna do it,
2 boxes short of a box.
6,000.
Don't you got a question? Yeah, but I got
But look, but what I learned from it is all of it. But what I learned from it is, what I get from it is a chick. And then just like K.Michelle said, man, a lot of people counted me out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people counted me out after they done let me in, and they done let me come on their stage. They done said they love me. I done signed 1,000 autographs, you feel me? And, when it comes to that part when you down and ain't nobody there for you, TV do it. You feel me? TV do it. Everybody my friend. I'm talking about not one artist who I done reached out to turned me down. You know what I'm saying? But they turned me down before now. It's like they never turned me down. They just met me again. You feel me? So it's cool. And then on another part, it just showed how my baby mama, how she really loves me. You know what I'm saying? I really fuck with Erica. Just on another aspect, because she never showed that to me. So face ass. She never, which our best friend had. But look, she never showed me that, you know what I'm saying, without the camera. So with the cameras and me seeing her talk to them, her friends, and just coming out like that, I was like, wow, that's my motherfucker right there, you dig? If you fuck with me like that, I fuck with it. And then, but as for the mama shit, you feel me? Check, you dig? I'm loving the chick, I'm loving the exposure, I'm loving everything about it. Only thing is, when I fuck around and do what I want to do, and that shit be on TV, you can't hide that shit. Motherfuckers got opinions and shit, you feel me? That's it. I don't know how to deal with opinions, but I'm learning right now, you dig? With your face ass.
Okay, next question is Gabe from Stuff White People Like, and then next is Jasmine from Juicy.
Mike.
Pass that mic over, please.
Yeah. It's emotional. What's up? Oh, it's on? No? Alright, you know what? Forget it. My next question is for Jocelyn.
What's up, Sugar?
What's up? I think the reason why everybody is hard on you because we haven't seen results. So the thing is, we want to see results. So there's been comparisons of you and Samaya. What do you think about that?
Well, I have to respect Samaya, of course, because she's my Spanish chica. You haven't seen results. What are you talking about? I haven't seen what I run now.
You said international superstar, so.
And I have plenty more.
Okay.
And I'm working hard, and I'll be the best of the best. Stevie J been in the game for 15 years. These are some of the best records for Biggie, JC, Puffy. Who else you want me to name? What do you mean you haven't seen results? What are you looking at, baby? Hold on, let me make a man stick to you right quick.
Oh, no, wait, I'm not attacking you.
Well, when you say results, I'm kind of like equivalent dollars.
No, because what we're seeing on the show right now is her rehearsing and doing what she needs to do. But we haven't heard anything yet that has belonged to us.
MissJocelyn.com. You know what I'm saying? We're working records right now.
So the thing is, right now we're looking for it. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen, what you're going to do with her.
Stay tuned.
And see what happens.
It's
That's all.
gonna be great. It's gonna
We
be
just want to see results.
Great ride.
Next question is
Just engage, y'all.
Hi, I'm Jasmine from Juicy. K.Michelle.
Right here.
I'm right
Raise your
here.
hand. Right here. Okay.
Hi, K.Michelle. I was just wondering, do you think coming on the show has negatively or positively impacted the way people in the industry view you? Because earlier in the season you said people are going crazy, but now that you're on the show, you can actually see your story. Do you think that's improved or messed up the chance of coming back?
Well, I've had like a couple shows, like 3 or 4 shows. When I do my shows, if you ever come, I talk to the crowd, and they can say anything to me. So the first question I ask in every show now is, y'all love me, so tell me the truth. Has this show hurt my career? Do you look at me different, as an artist? And these are people that are looking in your face and say all kind of bad shit to you. They honestly told me, no, it did not. I'm very emotional. I tell you, I throw fits, I cry, scream, because I do want to make sure that the music isn't overshadowed. But nowadays, nobody's selling records. and nobody's gonna buy your record unless they give a fuck about you. So the thing, yeah, they like you, they'll buy your records, and if you have good music on top of it, you have top of it, they're going to do it. So I never came out to be this clean cut artist. I never came that I'm so perfect and I got everything right. I'm not like that. That's not me. I'm sorry. I came out as being a woman who has some issues, a woman who sings about, a woman who is an open book but not a clean slate. So if you don't like me, okay, it's a little bit of me in you. And what you don't like is in me is what's in you. So it is what it is. I'm gonna keep being me. I got a long way to go and a lot of songs to sing.
Okay, next question from Courtney at ybf.com. Right
Hello.
here. She's
Short.
over, raise your hand.
So obviously all of you are in the music industry. I just want to know what's next for you guys, like any collaborations, concerts, tours, anything next?
Oh no, listen, check this out. I'm gonna put this on Front Street, right? Because I want to, and I want to do it like that. I'm trying to work with this motherfucker Stevie J, you feel me? The motherfuckers get on my ass about this pop shit, you feel me? I'm gonna work with Stevie J, man. I'm trying to work with this beautiful ass motherfucker K.Michelle, man. You feel me? You dig? But I got the album out right now independently, you feel me? Grussel Gang Entertainment, you feel me? I got 2 Chainz on there, Twister, Candy, from the Housewives of Atlanta. I got Rashida, my big sister. And I got to holler at her because she done been going hard on the nigga, you feel me? And I ain't know she was going hard on the nigga on the show, you feel me? With your face ass. But yeah, man, hey, we got stuff coming up, man. You did on iTunes or your Best Buy with your, hey man, hold up. You might need to be, you did? I might need to holler Steve on some other shit, but listen.
Hold on, aside from, you know what I'm saying, everything else, I can't wait to get in the studio with my little girl Scrappy. You know what I'm saying? We have some monumental things to do, not only just for the Southern community, but for the world in general, the international community. So we in the works right now. We're working on his project together. We going in the studio while we're here. So I don't know. We got 2 days here. So if you with it,
I'm trying to stretch it.
all right. So if you want to stretch it, let's go in. K.Michelle, it's on you.
I'm working. I'm about to get back in with my mentor, R. Kelly. We're about to go back and do some music. When I work with him, it's kind of like, you know, it's a great chemistry. So we're about to start working again. I have new management. I'm about to start taking some of my first set of label meetings. My manager is Mona. That's the And I said I'm not going on me. Nobody else to manage me because she's done great.
Wow.
She's done great.
It's cool. I asked the first. Cool. I got you.
Her and I have another manager, and I'm about to. I had a huge label just reach out to me last week, and they're very excited about me. And I'm about to finally go in and take my first label meeting since getting out of my deal. And I'm kind of nervous, but it is what it is. God gonna do what He do, and I'm just gonna sing and see what happens.
All right. Yeah.
Well, my name is Jocelyn, and I'm working nothing but the best Stevie J. And, you know, I'm just in the studio working, and he's working so hard for me like he always did. I want to work with Pitbull. You got that going, Daddy?
Oh, that's going.
Thank you. Because I'm international, baby. So you know we got to get international. And, you know, Flag and Tony, of course. I love Flag and Tony. He's like family to us. And I'm just working. I'm just, whatever Daddy says do, I do.
Me personally, I got the Stevie J project. You know what I'm saying? We got the 2 Chainz.
Do that face again.
I got a mic. I am the first lady up there in this entertainment. Thank you.
She the first lady of what?
Stevie J.
Alright, so this is where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? I got Jocelyn to my right. I got K.Michelle to my left. I got a little Scrappy to my far left. You know what I'm saying? Once we finish all these projects, you know what I'm saying, we're going to make everybody in here happy, man. You know what I'm saying? We just one happy team. Thank you, Mona. Thank you, Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Brian Jones. You know, I'm just working on the Stevie J project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I did put up, and she
Do you make those faces when you're having sex? Do anybody want to know if Stevie make those faces when he has sex? Because he really make those faces.
Wow.
Yo no quiero español. Hey, this is Felix from PrettyLitTlePerez.com, and my question is for basically K.Michelle, Stevie J, and my baby Jocelyn. Now, K.Michelle, Stevie, they asked if Stevie wanted to work with you, and he kind of said yeah, and everyone's talking about collaborations and getting together. Now, can we see or can we anticipate something with you and Jocelyn together?
You know what, me and Jocelyn, we really, like I was going to talk to her tonight because I have been in the middle. You know, it's kind of hard when you love somebody, whatever. You kind of get caught in the middle, you know what I'm saying, of different things. So me and Jocelyn, we've never really, I crack jokes because I just do shit like that.
Funny,
but it ain't never no hate for her, for real though. Like I'm funny, I just be like, you know, I crack jokes on him, I'm gonna crack jokes. So I never really sat down. We've never, for real, had a conversation to see if that would be even possible.
Okay.
So I was gonna holler her today because we hadn't.
All right, I hope to hear it soon. Well, you know, we just gonna keep and hold everything for the next season. We got the reunion show coming up tomorrow, so we can't say too much. But you know, we all one big happy family. That's that.
The reunion show tomorrow.
As everybody knows, Miss Jocelyn Hernandez, she is always a team player. So I am down with whatever.
How you doing? Jocelyn and Stevie J. We want to know if you proposed.
If you what?
That's funny. Because I would, if I proposed to anybody, I would do it on the island of St. Bronx in Dubai, and I wouldn't have to say that. I'd have the helicopter flying across like, will you marry me? So, there it is.
So what's the ring, Doc?
Is that a yes or a
Show us the ring. Show us the ring.
Oh, I got it.
Well, I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh.
I know that's right.
So that's a yes.
Well, you know, we here now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the cast of Love and Hip Hop ATL. You know what I'm saying? Boy Scott, we love you. This is Jocelyn, this is K.Michelle, and this is my little bro Scrappy, and we're here now.